All right, I just had an attempt at this go so perfectly that we just have to share it. I mean, hopefully the strategy will work out again here. All right, so this is the Derelict elevator, the speedrun strat. Now, in the speedrun here, Meteor is going to have the retirement goal of killing 15 rune machines. There are 11 in this level, and then there are 4 in the following level, the Quattro Library. This is a really unfortunate card to see here. So anyway, ideally, Meteor gets to kill as many of these ruined machines as possible. I'm just going to heavy sword this. Ooh, that's really good damage. And I'm going to back away so that I don't have to worry about like demobilize or anything. So I want Meteor to get as many of these kills as possible. Hopefully this lava bomb does not quite get a kill. That's fine. I go with this initiative here on turn 1 just in case they get their other immobilized card, this latch on, where this way the elite would just move up to me and poison me, and that would be fine. They didn't move at all, which is what I want. I want these two to stand still. So normally I teleport Kelp to right here and just muddle both of them so that Kelp doesn't take too much damage. And now Meteor is going to just be going for the kill onto this guy. And Kelp, I'm just going to try to damage over here. Good. So as long as Meteor doesn't miss this, it'll be nice. And we're going to create a nice little hidey hole over here. All right, we got the kill. It would have been nice if we had gotten that on turn 1 and I could have targeted something else here, but that's all right. You can see the scenario is indicating that there's some debris piling into this spot. Not on this turn, but on the turn after, it's going to make an obstacle here. And so now because of Meteor's hidey hole, in order for any monster to reach me, they have to go through 2 hexes of hazardous terrain. And the hazardous terrain is dealing 4 damage at this point. Or 2 damage each. So they'll take 4 damage by going through 2. And I'm going to throw on this Metamorphic Rock. So with Metamorphic Rock, I have permanent Shield 1, Retaliate 1. And that... actually, that's not the hex I want Kelp to be in. I would rather Kelp be in the hex it's in currently, but I want Dark Set. With the Shield 1, Retaliate 1, these rune machines really are not doing very much damage to me, and it's really easy for the Retaliate to pick up the kill. If they've suffered 4 damage by the time they get to me, then they die to just 2 turns of Retaliate, but they also have multiple cards with Fuel Leak and Signal Jam here, where they will move and deal damage to themselves. So ideally, they get over to Meteor and they stack up the kills on him. So we've got 8 rune machines alive right now, and so far I've killed 1 of them. And so Kelp's job is just to go invisible here. And yeah, let's just see how this works out. Beautiful. We got the Fuel Leak. It's this one has gone just about as well as the last attempt did, which is really nice. Although I say that, let's make sure Kelp picks up this kill. I do have a Spyglass, so I could save Scum if I were to draw a miss here, but let's just not draw the miss. Okay, let's Spyglass this last one since we do the -1. And that's beautiful. We'll take a +1. This guy will die to his wound. And we win invisible on this turn with Skewer the Flesh. And now these rune machines, because Kelp softened this guy up, it just worked out perfectly. By the time he gets to me, he has 1 health left. And this is the elite, so I'll go ahead and give him disadvantage on his attack. He takes Retaliate and he dies. And all of these guys at 6 health. Now, ideally, they would all be hitting me this turn. Because if they get their 56 this next turn, it would be really bad. Now everybody's at 5, so if they suffer 4, they're 56, they don't attack. And... oh, nice, that guy reaches me. Alright, so that is 2 kills now for Meteor. Oh, 4 kills for Meteor. And I don't need or want to move here. I only will be moving and really doing anything. Did I just play... whoops. I should have just used the... I'm just going to go back and do it. I skipped this action. I definitely should use this heal on cooling here. Just because. Now, ideally, they just move and attack. If they just move and attack with... it would have to be Hasty Assault or Calculated Strike or Self-Destruct. Hasty Assault or Self-Destruct would both be really good. Signal Jam would be really bad because they would die to the damage. So if it is Signal Jam, I need to move Meteor right here just so that they aren't moving up into extra hazard tiles. And it's Hasty Assault. We didn't even end up seeing the cool tech that I have here. Just in case they've moved up and they haven't suffered any damage on the way to me, I do have a Fire Shield potion, which lets me put on Retaliate. So even if they come to me and they haven't suffered any damage and they go for self-destruct, then I just throw on the Fire Shield potion on that turn and they all die. But so far this has been literally every single enemy has died to Meteor, which is really, really good. And now I get to set up for a really cool turn coming up after this. Man, and because of the shield, I just take no damage. It's just no damage. It's crazy. Also, Kelp's retirement goal at this point is to loot 8 different lumber tokens. So them stacking up right here is really, really nice. That is one of the unfortunate parts. If I have to step forward, it means that I'm going to be grabbing the loot on Meteor, which I don't want. But yeah, normally, like, at least a couple of them are still alive here. But since they got extra movement, they're just all gone. Now, if the monsters are still alive, it's not a big deal because we have a really nice play right here. Here's a self-destruct. So these are elites. These guys have 10 health, which is an awkward number. Why is my... Oh, I just went with the wrong initiative on Kelp. Too much talking. So 10 health is way more than 6, but because of this eruption loss, I can get this 10 health guy back down to 6, right where the normals were, so he gets lined up and set up for the exact same kill that everything else did. I also get to damage this Flaming Blade Spinner. However, right now, nothing is going after Meteor because they can see Kelp and they want to go kill him. Yeah, I really wanted to like step forward and throw on my Fire Shield potion just to kill with Retaliate, but that doesn't work. Now, Kelp gets to teleport down here with Haunting Brutality, make this guy suffer too, and we just long rested to get our Spyglass back. And now this guy dies to Morbid Camouflage, which puts us back invisible. And so now these guys will run towards Meteor. And I would really like some damage on this guy, so let's go at him quickly, and we can use the Dark we set last turn to go invisible. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get very much damage, but I'll get a little bit. And then on Meteor, I just need to go fast enough to be able to retaliate. Yeah, okay. Well, they're not attacking. That's fine. We just go here. Back Invisible. Stun. Okay. That's probably for the best. I'll just go ahead and step forward up here and attack with Deep Fury. Oh. Man, I'm gonna get hit by these guys now. A little annoying. So, maybe I shouldn't have been so impatient. It's just they weren't attacking. I mean, how can I retaliate on them if they don't attack? Let's let Kelp go ahead and get the 8 loot tokens now. And, yeah, I don't see anything super great for Meteor to do. So we'll just back up down to here. Pull this guy in. Is he... Okay, 5 health is correct. Had he gone down to 3, I would have Retaliate potioned. Oh, I could have tapped him with Meteor, or with Kelp. I got at least 2 lumber tokens, so that's really nice. And we still have 3 rounds before the Flaming Blade Spinners spawn at the end. Self-destruct, that should be totally fine because I can just get any amount of damage here. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and back up 1 just because this is the hex I want to be in. We'll throw on the Flaming Potion. Kelp can just pick up this loot. And now this guy will go and die to the Retaliate. Hey, we got more lumber. Exactly what we need. And this is the hex that I want Meteor in for the very end. And this works out perfectly. We can get a nice little long rest, and the Flaming Blade Spinners spawn on this next round, on round 11. Although I didn't do a very good job of looting. The loot is all spread out. Don't love that. You know what? Let's go for a late Bane instead of a fast Bane. Get one extra turn to loot. Meteor's gonna get one here, but I get to do damage with the bottom. And since I'm standing in a hazardous terrain, we get the level 2 card. It doesn't quite kill. But yeah, this was the elevator. Very, very satisfying and easy strat that has worked out just about every time that I've tried it. The only thing that can go wrong is if they start killing themselves early, or if they get self-destruct like repeatedly. That can also be really annoying. Show me a 0? Or a minus? No, it wasn't a minus. Had it been a minus, I could have pulled into hazard, but oh well. And how long was this? Oh, 11 minutes. Honestly, that took a lot longer than I thought it would. But I did stop to explain. Had we just gone as fast as possible, it maybe could have happened better. Did I get all 11 kills on Meteor? I feel like I did. We can maybe check here. 12 enemies killed? So that should be right? Who is the one that Kelp killed? Oh, the Morbid Camouflage kill. And then everything else Kelp killed died to Wound or Bane. Very satisfying level.